Surely this doesn't hit, right? Alright, chat. This guide is going to be about Tails, or the GOAT of pissing off the EXE in OM. Now let's start with Tails' basic kit. Alright, passive 1 now. Metal Sonic, yes. Allows Tails to heal Metal Sonic to 1 second a tick now. I have no footage because Eggman does Tails' passive better, and then Loki PMOs. Mostly this passive can be just used as a secondary if there's no Eggman on the field, and if you need to protect Metal Sonic when they're healing. Now, let's talk about Tails' second passive, Animal Sense.
No matter what you look like, you're still not.
Alright, passive 2, Animal Sense. Tails can see the EXE in a 45 stud radius now. Here's some footage. It's really hard to tell, but like Loki, you can see him. Right here, he got a little white outline. That's Tails. That is the passive proccing. Okay, some perks and cons is it allows you to see EXE even when they're in Viz or during God's Trickery. The con is you can't see the fucking highlight of God's Trickery. So if you fuck up and you don't hear that sound cue correctly, or you don't react to like the 0.5 second that you have of seeing the original hotline, you're just kind of fucked, low key. Alright, now we're gonna talk about Tails' actual abilities now. So transitioning on to Laser Cannon. Alright, ability 1, Laser Cannon, has a cooldown of 45 seconds, a windup of 7 seconds, a duration of 4 seconds, and a stun time of 6 seconds now. It is also a cross-wide map stun, so that means you can hit this literally anywhere on the map. You have line of sight of EXE, and you're able to hover your mouse or when your fucking hitbox above the EXE. And it's pretty much hit scanned if you're able to connect it. Some tips to know about Laser Cannon is you need to be very patient with it now. If you're not patient with Laser Cannon, you can possibly lose an entire stun, which is not really great as Tails has such a big downtime under Laser Cannon that if they don't hit their stuns, they're not really much putting value into the team. That's why you must be patient and wait until they either waste it invis in God's Trickery or when they're in the middle of charging, as they can't really use any counters and that's when you can easily get stuns. Now, let's finally move on to the last ability of Tails, Glide now. Also, like, low-key, the beam is yellow. It's a piss beam. Piss beam. Alright, quick transition. Ability 2, Glide, has a cooldown of 35 seconds and a duration of 10 seconds. Not really much to be said. It's Tails' escape card, and it's kind of bullshit because of how long the cooldown is. And if you don't cancel it early, you just kind of lose. Because if you don't have it at all times, EXE can just tunnel you out and you just lose. They can charge you, they can use God's Trickery or Invis to keep in pace with you. That's why you need to find a way to instantly get to your teammates with Glide. A good tip with Glide is if the EXE is going to hit you, you are most likely going to have to go to your teammates to avoid losing any type of HP. Because if you are caught lacking with Tails' Glide, you'll just die. Tails has nothing for Chase. If he gets caught in Chase, he just loses. Anyways, that's enough of the Glide. I will now show a LMS. If you use all these tips together, you will most likely win your LMS, unless the EXE is just fucking cracked at this game and just catches your ass off guard 90% of the time. Anyways, here's the LMS.
Gotcha!